Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to my book dungeon where we spill tea, talk about books, and sometimes things that are going on in Dungeons & Dragons. We have something to talk about, and it's gonna be a little bit more on the serious side. Nothing is confirmed. We're talking about Taylor Holder today. So without any further ado, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's talk about it. Roll the intro. Now, who is Taylor Holder? Why are we talking about him? What's going on? Well, Taylor Holder is a somewhat well-known influencer. He's dated Tana Mojo, Mongoose. I've heard it said so many ways. If you know like the actual way that her last name is pronounced, let me know, because I've heard it Mongoose, Mongoose, Mojo, like Mojo Jojo? Anyway, he's never really been in a controversy before, but recently, starting last week, a lot of people noticed that he was being unfollowed by a lot of his friends. And seeing, other controversies like James Charles or Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson, these people didn't have that many people unfollowing them. And then there was a lot of cryptic messages posted on people's stories. And this was all seemingly without no reason. And people aren't really saying why. But one post in particular really stuck out to me. And that was this one. I wrote it down because I can't have the same thing on my screen. So I have to write it down anyway. Some actions are unforgivable, and you have been getting away with these sinister acts since the day I met you. There is not a person that knows you that doesn't have a story to tell, and I have countless. It's all about time the world hears of how ugly your heart is. Why do you think all your friends unfollowed you? Now, a lot isn't being said, but the only things that we really do know, loose term there, is from Taylor himself, and he decided to go on the BFF's podcast, which is the same podcast that Sienna May wanted to go on and expose that whole situation. Why is the BFF's podcast now being the place to go? It's just giving me I don't know, Jamie Lynn Spears going on Call Me Daddy vibes? I don't know. Anyway, he said very vaguely that there is, there's things going on. It was a huge nothing burger. Let me be clear. It was a huge nothing burger. This entire podcast was a huge nothing burger. And he kept saying, bouncing around things and, saying things without actually saying them. There's allegation going on, there's, talks of SA, all this other stuff, and yeah, the whole podcast was just nothing. So that's basically all we really have, is these cryptic things being posted by his friends. There's a whole list of people that have unfollowed him. That's crazy. It's gotten to a point where there's a list of all the people that have unfollowed him so far. Originally, people thought, well, he's a musician now. Maybe this is a publicity stunt for his music coming out. And then more people started to unfollow him, and yeah. And when he was asked on the podcast, he said that, we don't always have to talk about things online, that, some things need to be talked about offline. Then why are you doing the podcast? It's giving he was trying to come out and say something before the story comes out. Maybe. why would you go on the podcast and then say nothing? Also, he sent a whole bunch of people, over 50 people, cease and desist letters, according to Keemstar. Like, Keemstar posted this big, long thing about how they have a source, and this source is telling Drama Alert that, you know, that there's a whole bunch of horrendous things that they were told, and that things are gonna come out, and it's gonna shock everyone, and normally I don't pay attention to Keemstar or Death Noodles because they have this whole feud going on, and I don't know who, like, is in the right, who's in the wrong. To me, they're both in the wrong. They keep this thing going on where they're bashing each other, and I just kind of feel like we're here to talk about the same stories, and I understand that differences of opinion happen, but we're here to talk about the same things. And I don't know why we can't just get along. Maybe that's a little naive because I'm still a little baby YouTube channel. I don't know, like, the ins and outs of everything, and yeah, whatever. But I don't really normally pay attention to Keemstar, but this kind of... Because I've been wondering about this whole Taylor Holder situation as well, because I kept seeing on TikTok, people are like, Taylor Holder got unfollowed by this person and that person. It was like every single day somebody was unfollowing him. So I kind of have been keeping an eye on this. And then the Keemstar tweets happened, and I'm like, maybe I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this, because it seems really weird that he hasn't been in a controversy before, and now this is all going down. So it sounds like he has done a lot of stuff wrong, and maybe comeuppance coming. Maybe those comeuppances are finally coming up and... Coming up and... Oh, I'm so cringe. I am so sorry. Anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. If there's a story you guys want me to cover, also let me know in the comments below. There's also, like, Ronnie Radke and Social Repos are arguing on TikTok, I noticed. So if you guys want me to cover that, let me know. Because honestly, it's kind of funny to me. Where I miss, like, the lighthearted drama of people just going back and forth and having little tiffs instead of it always being about, you know, this person did horrendous things to person B. That just seems to be what the drama is recently. So, anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell whenever I post a video. I'm working on getting to 2,000 subscribers. I love you all so much, my lovelies. I hope you have a wonderful, great day, and that wherever you are, it has been freezing cold recently, so I hope you're warm, I hope you're safe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.